Hello, GoFundMe website visitors. This is the LA Prepper, and we're here today to ask for your help. I am making this short video to explain a little bit about what the funds I'm asking for are going to be put towards. I'm going to talk a little bit about me, and I'm going to talk a little bit about why you might want to support my campaign. So, to begin with, before I introduce myself further on screen, I'm going to go through this list real quick. Before I talk about each item real briefly, we have a shovel, a hatchet, a water filter, a cooler, an adventure pass, multi-tool, a camp stove, camp fuel, folding saw, and a cooking kit. So what does all this stuff have to do with you? What does it have to do with me? Excellent questions, and I hope in this less than 10-minute video I can answer those questions for you. So real quick, why do I need this camping stuff? That's going to be answered a little bit by the third part of the video, but let me just get into the basics of each individual item in case maybe you're not familiar with it. Camp shovel. Going to be a small folding shovel, part of the requirement in California when you're building a campfire in a not in a fire pit, is that you dig a 10-foot radius, 10-foot diameter, clear a 10-foot diameter down to the dirt, circle around your campfire, and that you have a shovel with you. So if I want to have if I want to be a responsible citizen in California, we've certainly had a number of terrible fires, so I don't aim to do anything otherwise. Need to have that camp shovel to have a fire safely. Moving on, and related to the fire, a hatchet. Don't currently own a hatchet, shame on me, but it is legal, at least in the forest, national forest that I'm looking at visiting presently, to gather dead wood for the purpose of burning it on site. So to process that wood, a hatchet is going to be a vital tool for that. Next item on the list is a water filter. I have, a little life straw and I can boil water, but I don't have tablets. I could use bleach, but that kind of takes a while. So I think having a water filter, mostly for a backup, I would plan on bringing in most of my water probably, but just as a backup, for what they cost and what they provide, I think it's just really good thing to have, really in the car in general, but specifically for camping in my case. Next item, a cooler. So this is kind of dual purpose, but initially it's of course going to be to keep food cool, ice and such, so that I can have, some kind of basic refrigeration. Definitely more for the car camping stuff, but at any rate, don't own a cooler, and that would be kind of a vital part of, an overnight camping trip. Keep your butter, milk, and eggs and all that, refrigerated. Next item on the list is an adventure pass to go play in the national forest. It's either $5 a day or $30 for the year, calendar, or year from when you buy it. So in order to save money, and presuming I'm going to take more than 6 trips out this year, get an adventure pass for $30, and that'll cover for as many trips as I plan to go out. Multi-tool, I have a really awful cheap multi-tool, which it's kind of like an emergency only thing. I really don't trust it very much. So, a quality multi-tool, I think, is a minimum for anyone looking to spend time outdoors. Next items on the list, camp stove and camp fuel. In California, in some forests, depending on the fire danger level, you can build a campfire, but at other times when the fire danger goes up, you cannot build a campfire and you have to use a stove. So as much as I would love to never use this camp stove, you just can't avoid it in California. The fire danger is too high, and they don't want people building campfires everywhere. So camp stove and camp fuel goes along with being able to camp, reliably and cook food and clean water and such. Second to last item, folding saw, going along with building campfires and hatchets. Hatchets are nice. Sometimes you don't always want to use a hatchet. Sometimes a folding saw is nice. So that's there just kind of as a backup. And because they're really, really useful. And last but not least, a cooking kit. Don't have a camping cooking kit, so looking to purchase a modestly priced little one that has and I'm still kind of 50-50. I might get a cooking kit more designed for like cooking bigger meals, like a couple pots and pans versus the small kind of rinky-dink ones. Definitely want to be able to cook for a couple people, a decent amount of food for a couple people, probably 2 pots. One pot, if you're only doing stuff in one pot, you're going to have a boring dinner. I'm sorry. It might be nutritious and it might be enough calories, but minimum 2 pots have a semi-interesting dinner, or at least, 2 courses to your meal. So those are what the funds are for. A little bit about me. I'm an engineering student going just one class this semester, so got a little bit of time on my hands. Outdoor enthusiast, but of course, needing things like this, gas, keeping the car running, bills, registration at $130, always have different things hitting me from either side of life as far as costs preventing me from going camping. Do a little bit of vlogging, or YouTubing as they call it now. Have a channel, as you can tell if you want to go to the About Me section and all that. Kind of consider myself a global citizen, which the YouTube channel has kind of taught me. I've been reaching out to people in all sorts of the world. Really fascinating, the different countries that watch the videos. So looking to share that with, share my experiences outdoor with them. Also work part-time as a handyman, but unfortunately, just despite my mediocre marketing efforts, unable to stay busy enough to really pay a healthier portion of the bills, which, is always the plan. And last but not least, before this video gets too abominably long, why support my camping goals? Why, help make a payment, whether it's a $5 payment or a larger $20, $50 payment, to help me go sleep among the trees and the bushes and the coyotes and other animales that are outdoors? Well, I'm looking to share what I'm doing with the world. I can't say that I would be, recording every single minute that I'm out there, but if you take a look at my channel, you'll see that my channel is, even though it's about outdoor stuff and prepping and things of that nature, it's also about just kind of sharing life experiences, whether it's, going to school, shopping, working on some side projects that I'm doing, interacting with other members of the community. So I'm looking to, in the spirit of my channel, take my channel into the outdoors a little bit more and share, because I've spent a lot of time outdoors myself, not as much in recent years because the school thing's been kind of busy, but looking to kind of reinvent myself, back into the outdoor person that I was in a past life, so to speak. I'm looking to help encourage other people build a better relationship with nature. I think even just once or twice a month, getting back into the outdoors really gives you a different perspective on life. And I'm hoping that, if they see my channel and see me out there having fun or doing something, that it might encourage them, to spend a weekend or two outdoors. Looking to encourage people to, improve their health, definitely. Being outdoors, hiking, camping, chopping firewood, just deconnecting from the internet, from the hustle and bustle of the urban life, dogs barking, sirens, cars honking, people yelling, kids screaming, road noise, industrial noise, construction noise, endless amounts of, if you want to take it another step, radio frequencies and all sorts of, heaven knows what that we have to deal with living in the city. Hoping to encourage people through these videos to get out, enjoy life and realize that they don't have to be slave to the 24-hour news cycle like some people can be. Looking to share some skills that I have. I'm not sure you're going to be a wilderness survival expert, within watching a video of mine or two, but I think fundamentals are really important when it comes to kind of enjoying life, enjoying hobbies, enjoying, anything that you do. I'm not great working with wood, but I have some decent fundamentals that, I can cut some pieces of wood and connect them together and hopefully it'll look somewhat presentable. If you don't have basic fundamentals, it can be really frustrating. Even something as simple as chopping wood, setting up a tent, building a campfire. Building a campfire can be deceptively hard. A lot of people, in the movies you might imagine it's perfect, right? But in real life it's a little more challenging than that sometimes. Damp wood and wind and, I've struggled with more campfires than I want to admit, but definitely learned to respect the ability to build a campfire quickly in different conditions over the years. And last but not least, looking to entertain people with hopefully mostly wholesome messages. I don't get overtly political too much in my videos. Of course, I just have some recent stuff on, joking around with FEMA camps and whatnot. But in general, I try to focus on just sharing my life, trying to encourage other people to live a better life, and like I was talking about, sharing the skills. Camping is kind of it's not a big deal, but it involves a lot of different things, being comfortable out of your house, being kind of self-sufficient, having some outdoor skills, having some hand skills, having a bit of gear. It can kind of be overwhelming to the average person who hasn't done a lot of camping to say, oh, I'm going to go camping this weekend, or I'm going to go camping with my family in a month. And do you just look at lists? How do you kind of get ready for that? What happens when you get to the campsite? What if your kid gets bored? What if you're not ready to go to the bathroom outdoors like you were hoping would just kind of take care of itself? All those little questions that kind of slow people down, and even people that have experienced camping might learn a thing or two from watching me build a fire, or watching me set up a tent, or do a little cooking, or process some firewood maybe, who knows. So there you have it. I know this video is getting a little bit long, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight as to why I'm asking for a little help from the internet for this type of thing. And I have to admit, as I close here, I'm really not the type of person that kind of is asking the world for handouts, give me this, give me that. I was brought up to really work hard for what I have in life, and I have worked hard, and I continue to work even harder. The job that I'm looking to get in engineering is going to be harder than any of the work that I've ever done. So looking to get into even more challenging things in the future. So I can only say that for any amount that you can give, I'm really going to appreciate it. I'm not sure if people that donate are going to want me to be doing shout outs every time that I do it, but you're going to see gratitude from me. You're going to see me, what your donations are going to help me share a part of the world that, granted, other people have YouTube channels and they're going to share it, their adventures as well. But if you take a look at a couple other of my videos, hopefully you'll see that I kind of have a unique, at least I think unique perspective on life, and traditional values of trying to be self-sufficient, trying to be a better person, trying to be a good citizen, trying to be connected with nature, and being a little bit aware of what's going on in the world. I don't have a tinfoil hat, but encouraging citizens to kind of get out of their comfort zone, so to speak, and explore the world a little bit. Not just explore the forest, but explore the world in general. Explore their belief system. Explore in the biggest, most diverse definition, diverse sense of definition of the word. So thank you so much for watching this video. Really appreciate any donations you can make to help me get to the great outdoors. And one last thing, I don't know if the account needs to be fully funded, but if it gets partially funded, I will try to kind of start purchasing some of the stuff and try to get outdoors even if I don't have everything. If in fact it needs to get fully funded before the funds get distributed, then I'll still do the best that I can to kind of get outdoors and encourage the channel that this stuff isn't going to sit in my closet. Once I get a little bit more prepared, I'm going to be spending a little more time in the great, beautiful California outdoors. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for your donations, and have a great day.